Hey, welcome to the McDonald's Texas Invitational YouTube channel. My name is Gustavo Trevino.
And I'm Courtney Jones.
And today we're talking to Coach Watson and Jordan Buckner of South Houston High School.
We learned a little bit about their expectations for the McDonald's Invitational and their season. So let's take a look.
To kind of dive into the tournament, I kind of want to start with just preparation. How have you and your players been preparing this past year to do better in the tournament this year and to also do better in your season?
Well, preparation is a key to any basketball program. And for us, we make sure that we prepare during the athletic period. The players come after school voluntarily for open gym and strength and conditioning. So preparation for us is year round. And this tournament is one of the biggest on our schedule just because of the impact of it that it's had over the last 20 years. I've been a head coach here for 4 years, and every year the McDonald's Texas Invitational is a good measuring stick for what my team needs to work on and also what we're pretty good at.
Awesome. And in terms of that, with the tournament being so competitive, what is the mindset right now for the team? And I would also like to hear Jordan answer this question. Like, are we focused on just staying prepared? Are we focused on getting our skill set higher? Are we focused on statistics? Are we focused on certain plays? What has been kind of the motivation in making sure that when we get into this tournament now, it's going to be even more growth?
The best version, the focus that we have is just being the best version of ourselves. Not trying to go out there and play how we not used to playing and be somebody who we not. We just go out there and try to play solo basketball.
We want to build chemistry. That's the big thing. We want to have good matchups that challenge us. And this time of year, the statistics is not a big emphasis. We just want to play the right way, play together, and have a lot of fun doing it, make the crowd entertained, and make sure that our families and our administration is proud of our performance, whether we win or lose.
Awesome. I love that. So let's talk about last year's tournament just a little bit. You guys had an incredible 3 days. Y'all were in Division 2, but this year we're looking at something a little bit different, a little bit more competition. How has that kind of pressure kind of pushed you guys, and how are we kind of focusing on handling that pressure? I know we haven't played the first game yet, but we know we're going to see different teams. We know we're going to have like very top players that we're competing against. What are we looking at when we get into something like that?
Well, we try not to focus on the pressure of it. Our players have played in pressure moments before. We have a bunch of new faces on the varsity this year, and during our preseason schedule, they played a lot of tough games for just local scouting services and were able to play against top varsity. So with all of that, I'm hoping that carries over into the tournament to where in those moments we don't get nervous, that we more like have ice in our veins. And in basketball, I do think that being able to play with a high level of confidence and avoid nerves is crucial to being able to actually execute when you really need to execute in those pressure moments.
Okay. Awesome.
Yeah. Yeah, and Jordan, for you, how do you go into a tournament like this? Like, I know y'all are gonna play a bunch of games. You might see some really good teams. Like, how do you prepare for something like a tournament versus just regular season?
I go into the tournament trying to be the best version of me for my team as I could be. I'm not looking out there to go out there and play for myself and get all the personal stats. Just do what I can do best to help my team win as many games as we can.
Yeah, absolutely. And I know, like, you guys back-to-back district champs. Is that correct?
That's correct.
Yeah. And I think last year, did they have you on Division 2?
Yes.
So I haven't seen anything out yet, but I feel like it's about time for you guys to be in Division 1. I would love to see that. I know sometimes like people automatically think like Dobie or Memorial or whatever. But what has y'all's school kind of like really done over the last couple of years to really set yourselves apart? Every time I talk about Southeast, I'm like, those guys can play. And so what do you think are some of the changes that have happened over the last 4 years that have kind of made South Houston basketball so good?
Well, I think each year we add something new. And each year I feel like we transcend the previous year. As far as Division II and Division I, a lot of that comes down to the selection committee and how they rank us for McDonald's Texas Invitational. But I will say that we've gotten older as a program, and I think things grow with time and experience. And so South Houston basketball, we want to reach new heights every year. And so we never get content with a level of success, and we always want to do better. Like this year's guys, I have 2 varsity starters returning, but after that, I don't have any other varsity experience. But yet and still, we approach the season with high expectations, and we want to meet the mark that we met last year and try to push it forward. We want to try to make a playoff run. We want to win Division II this year and actually, win first place in the gold. Last year we won first place in the bronze division of Division II. So we want to reach new heights this year as well and keep that, prestige moving forward.
Oh, that's awesome. And I kind of wanted to prep before the interview. Jordan, I see that you're part of the 1,000 Points Club at South Houston. What did that feel like last year, getting that?
Not every player in high school gets to 1,000 points, so it's really a big accomplishment for my high school career to be able to join that club of people, especially coming from South Houston High School.
Yeah, and I could be wrong. I'm going based off of Max Preps. I don't know if that's the most accurate place to get my
It's pretty accurate.
Yeah,
It's pretty
so
accurate.
I saw the majority of them were last season, if I'm not mistaken. Did something change throughout that year that you feel like, or you think you just got more time, more opportunities?
I feel like the team's chemistry was a lot better last year. A lot of more extra passes, a lot of extra driving kicks. Just how we played as a team last year really helped me do everything, the assist, the point, do everything I could. I couldn't do it without my teammates from last year.
Yeah. Sorry.
And
go
I
ahead.
want to mention that Jordan is on track to break the school's record for points scored in a career.
Wow. What is that currently right now?
It's currently 1,732.
Wow.
And
Now,
that record is Elton Dyer, one of our assistant coaches, and I believe Jordan is around 1,300 now.
Okay.
yeah, we
So
saw
stay tuned.
Elton we saw Elton just not too long ago at one of the events in South Houston, so that's awesome. We also saw him at the employee basketball, still dunking and everything, so that's crazy.
He's still young. He's
yeah.
still young.
I did have a question, and as I was doing research, I also saw Joseph Buckner. Is there any relation or no?
That's my brother.
Your brother? Okay, cool. I loved watching him play too. I think I saw him when y'all played against Pasadena at South Houston no, it was 2 years ago, I want to say. It had to be 2 years, right? I loved watching the way he facilitated the ball and everything like that. Did he kind of have a big impact when you were playing? Kind of like, 'cause I think y'all played together 1 year.
2 years.
2 years? Okay. Yeah. Like, what is that that relationship kind of helped you in your gameplay or anything like that, or any impact that he's had on you?
That relationship is like different than any other. That's a person I grew up with all 17 years I've been alive. So playing with him not only gave me like more confidence, but it gave me more trust on the court, knowing I got people around me that's going to provide for me how I want me to provide for them.
Yeah, because it's bigger than basketball at that point. So I'm sure it helps you kind of feel more confident, stuff like that. Courtney, did you want to add anything to that? Or I know you had a couple other questions as well too.
I really want to add something to the last comment you just made, Jordan, in terms of kind of having your brother on the team and being that you were comfortable, but now you're by yourself. Now you're handling this team. You're point guard. You're really the main lead on the court. How are you making sure everybody is motivated just like you? Everybody is coming in the gym. Everybody has the right mindset. They have a bad play, you're picking their head up. Are you portraying that lead? And if so, how are you doing it as well?
I'm really trying to be the best leader I can because Watson always preaches brotherhood in this organization. And that's just the thing we focus on the most every day during 7th period, after school. Just building a bond with people, with new faces on the team. I feel like that's a big key part of building team chemistry throughout the season.
Yeah.
Awesome.
And I know Courtney's mentioned to me, I think I don't know if maybe if you had already talked to Coach Watson about this or not, but I know you mentioned something about Mondays, something that y'all have special there at South
Manhood Monday.
Houston. Yeah. Coach, what is the importance of bringing that to the team as well too? Because I think that's important that, not just basketball, but it's bigger than that as well too.
So the importance is to build men of impact and men of high attainment. We had a meeting this summer as a coaching staff and just really wanted to brainstorm how can we impact the players in our program, whether they're ninth graders or 12th graders. I do think that is generic for basketball teams to do community service, but to actually do something for those young men in your program to teach them life skills. We want to teach them how to change a tire on a car. We want to talk to them about SMART goals. We want to talk to them about just different things they're going to need in their life as a man. And I feel like we have a duty to do that as high school coaches, teaching them how to tie a tie. What type of life skills are these young men going to have once they leave our program? Because it's not all about wins and losses. It's about impact. And impacting young men was the primary goal when we started Manhood Monday. And I think so far we've been able to accomplish that and teach these young men some things they could use in their lives outside of shooting and dribbling a basketball.
Yeah, absolutely.
As a player, Jordan, can you kind of comment on how Manhood Monday makes you feel and the impact it's giving you every time y'all have those sessions?
I really feel like it's been impacting me a lot because before this year, I didn't really know how to tie a tie. And who knows if basketball doesn't work out and I got to wear a suit and tie to go do an interview at a fancy job, that'll help me in life. If my car breaks down on the highway and I'm by myself, I can just change my tire and keep it moving instead of waiting an hour for somebody to come change my tire. I feel like he's really been benefiting me in my future life.
So just really, I know we've been going on a little long, so I do want to ask just one more question for both of you guys. Coach, in terms of your entire team and your entire program, especially with your seniors exiting and more freshmen and underclassmen being the leaders, what are our goals this year and for the McDonald's tournament as well? Like, what are we looking at? What is our ultimate goal at the end of the day?
We want to have a positive impact on the campus, on the young men involved in our program, and we want to make the community proud. And I think you could do that regardless of wins and losses. And the way kids play, if a team plays the right way, doesn't matter if it's the varsity or the ninth grade A team. I think everybody wearing a South Houston shirt or a South Houston jersey, they can walk out of that gym proud. Now, yeah, we have a bunch of specific goals per game and per quarter and statistical milestones, and we do have like a benchmark of wins that we want to get to. But 20 years from now, half of these people aren't going to remember how many games we won. They're going to, if they drive by this campus, they're going to remember how being at South Houston made them feel, right? Being at a South Houston high school basketball game, how did it make you feel 20 years ago? If you played in this program, how did you feel leaving it? A lot of people remember their feelings more than actual accomplishments. So we want to make sure that, the community gets a real good vibe in the school, and the admin and fans get a real good feeling from us as a program this year. We want to make everybody proud and keep filling the stands. We had a good attendance at every game last year, every home game last year. We want to continue to do that.
Yeah. And it's I can tell why. I mean, every time I go to a game, like I'm like hype watching you guys play. It's just real fun basketball, and so I have no doubt that this is going to be another great season, and I really look forward to seeing you guys at the tournament. Media Day's coming up next week. Let's just talk about that. Like, what does the Media Day feel like for you guys? Is that something y'all enjoy? Like, what is it? Do y'all like? I don't know. Do y'all kind of think about that, or is it just like kind of part of the process? Like, what do y'all think?
Throughout all the events and like extras that we have in the season, I feel like the key thing is just to have fun. Don't focus too much on trying to put on or trying to do this. Have fun in everything you do.
Yeah, and for
I'll
you,
add to that.
no, go ahead,
I'll
Coach.
add to that and say that I see the joy that the kids have with Media Day. And last year, when the Texas Invitational media came to our gym, I feel like our hype video was pretty good and they really got into it. And the pictures that were taken during that time, I saw a lot of those varsity players. They put them up on their social media profiles, so forth and so on. So it is something that I think the kids really look forward to, and they have a lot of fun with as well.
Yeah. And since we're here in Pasadena, it's only right that we hook up our teams, you know what I'm saying? And it's real fun for us. We get our whole team involved, and this year we'll actually have some of the AV kids coming and checking out the whole process. So we're also kind of teaching them, so hopefully that can be something they can do, not just during the invitational, it's something they can do throughout the year. And so no, man, we're so excited to do media day, excited for the tournament. And is there anything else that you guys want to add or anything that y'all can think of?
I want to tell the both of you that we appreciate the work that you do for the district. There are other districts that don't have a strong media team that really reach out and try to promote local teams in various sports. And I do see the value in it for all the young men and the young ladies that play sports in Pasadena ISD. So we appreciate the work that you guys do.
Absolutely. And I mean, we're also biased that we love basketball, and so we're always down to do it. And so we're so excited, and thank you guys for taking the time. And we'll see y'all then. And
But
we're ready to see some basketball.
Before we hang up really quickly, Jordan, I know you are undecided, but do you have any schools in mind? Do you know you want to stay in basketball? Do you know you want to stay in Texas? Like, what are we looking at real quick?
I do have one school in mind.
Okay.
Stay tuned.
Stay tuned. We're not dropping no teasers right now. Okay. He's had some media training. I get it.
Thank you for tuning in and watching our interviews.
Please make sure to check out the McDonald's Texas Invitational November 21st to the 23rd and buy your tickets at texasinvitational.com. We'll see you there.